Good evening, everyone. My name is Megha Bali, and I'm a senior counselor in Advice Chandigarh. So, today my topic is important document to study abroad. So, before I would like to discuss about my topic, I would like to give you the brief introduction about Advice. So, Advice is one-stop solution for all the international studies need. We have been India's leading overseas education consultancy since 1991, and we have a command on education opportunities worldwide, and our core activity is lies in assisting students to make a right choice with regard to pursuing their education in abroad, and in order to provide the information to students regarding the various countries such as US, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Dubai, Malaysia, and many more. So, today my topic of discussion is important document to study abroad. So, for the students who are preparing or who are making their minds just after completion of the year 12, so they can have their certain things in their hands before applying to their universities or colleges of their desired location. So, for the undergrad students, we need the student must have the documents such as their academic qualification documents. In that, we will be requiring their year 12 and their year 10 mark sheets and their passport, their IELTS, and their extracurricular activity. If any students have done any kind of extracurricular activity throughout their schooling level, so they can provide that documents in order to provide a positive impact on the admission team while providing their offers to the students. So the last for the documents for the undergrad students will be ACT and SAT test. In certain countries such as US, ACT and SAT will be the part of the requirements while applying ahead for their undergrad degrees. So now after undergrad, I would like to tell you the documents for the postgrad students. So the students who have done their bachelor's degree and wanted to have a master's degree or postgrad diploma, for those students, the documents which we will be requiring ahead for pursuing their master's degree, such as resume or CV, their academic qualification mark sheets. In that, student must have their 10th, 12th, their bachelor's mark sheets, and their provisional degree or their original degree, and IELTS, and their passport, and their work experience. If the student have done any kind of work experience in the past, or the student is currently having a work experience, so they can provide, those students can provide their work experience along with their salary statements. So we prefer if the student can provide a bank statements. And the last, the document for the postgrad students will be GRE or the GMAT. So likewise, in certain countries, GRE or GMAT will be requiring in term of applying ahead. So now, after the postgrad students, I would like to tell the students who wanted to apply but from having the background of architecture and the design, for those students, we need to have their documents which I have already explained you. Along with those documents, we will be needing the portfolio, because the students who are having a background of design and architecture, so admission must require their portfolio in order to have a decision regarding their offer letters. So now, after the students, architecture students, now I would like to tell you the documents for the PhD students. So the students who wanted to apply for the research after their bachelor's or after their master's degree, so those students must have their publication in their hands and some conferences that may include the national level or the international levels in order to apply for their PhD programs. So now, along with these documents, in certain countries, we do require LOR. Yeah, that means letter of recommendation and statement of purpose. And statement of purpose is an important document which we can call as a crucial and a very vital documents for the students, and we can call as an essay on the students, and that student must write what kind of program student is looking ahead and how that program will provide a benefit in the long term, and student must connect their roles, their goals, and in the near future. So these are the documents which student must have there in their hands when the student is deciding or making their minds for have a higher degree in abroad. So now, after this, Advice is also conducting from the time to time country-wise education fairs and events in order to provide the information to the students who are making their minds. So if you want to have a counseling, so you can be a part of an education fair and the event, and you can take a counseling. Likewise, if you want to have a virtual counseling from Advice, so you can be a part of iMeet. So if you want to have a virtual counseling, you can click on the Advice website, and there you can click on the iMeet and can have a word and can have a counseling for the desired location from there. Counseling will help you to decide your desired location and your country itself. So now I'm happy to answer all your questions. If anyone have a question, they can ask me, and they can and I can help the students in terms of deciding their country options ahead. If the student have any doubts, they can ask me. Thank you. One student have asked me the question that TOEFL IBT is acceptable in Canada. So, sir, for the Canada, if you have a country specially query, so you can visit our office, and you can have a counseling for our Canada counselor. And if you have any other doubts, you can visit our office also. And one student have asked the question is LOR is recommended for every course. See, LOR is not recommended for every program. In certain countries such as US and UK, universities and colleges, they do require LORs. So in those countries, we do require LORs, and it depends from the country to country that whether that college or university of that college needs the LORs or not. And one student has asked me the question that overall six bans in reading can be acceptable, or which country we can apply. So, Mr. Chauhan, you can visit our office, and you can able to get the counseling for that particular destination in which you are meeting the requirements. So, you can please visit our office. Anyone have question? We can help you in deciding your country destination. One student have asked me the question that after IELTS exam, what will the procedure? See, Miss Desai, that after, if the student have done their IELTS and holding the score of IELTS, if you're not decided that which country you have to apply, so you can have a word with the counselor. So counselor can able to let you know that if you're not decided with the country, that which country, desired location, in which country you're meeting the requirements according to everything, then you can make a mind, and the counselor will able to help you in deciding your location. And one student have asked me this question of regarding the scholarship. Yes, it's a very good question that you've asked me, Shubham. So now for the scholarship, yes, scholarship is the only one option to reduce your fees. No matter that you're going to which country, so that is a very good scholarship. If you are applying for universities or colleges, so scholarship always will be on the basis of your last qualification percentage. So if the students are having a good amount of percentage, definitely student can expect a scholarship from that university or a colleges. And obviously that how much the scholarship the student will get, it will entirely in the hands of admission. So once we will be putting your application in that university, admission will definitely decide according to your desired percentage in your last qualification, and according to that student can able to have a scholarship on that. One student have asked me this, how we can find a relevant course. See, if you are not sure that which program you have to take, no, so that is the role, no, of the counselor. The counselor will able to help you that if you are coming from a commerce background, so what will be your course for your bachelor's or your master's degree. If you're coming from the science background, of a non-medical background, or from an arts background, so according to your last qualification, we can able to help you that which will be your desired course, that which course you can take. Obviously that initially this interest of the students will be a part of your course selection, obviously, and then you have to we will be telling you that with that the program which you are selecting for your higher education, so what will be the benefit after completion of the program. So the choice of program and your outcome of that program will be deciding you the next program decision for your master's and the bachelor's program. See, you can, in certain country, you can share your IELTS score later on after putting your application to. So that depends upon country to country. In certain country, IELTS will be a part of your application procedure. But whereas in certain countries, if your IELTS is not ready at the time of application, you can submit after putting your application to. So that will be deciding country wise. So, if you have any doubt regarding your spouse visa or these kind of things, so I'll definitely suggest you to visit our office and can have a complete counseling for this concern. If you want to know the admission deadlines for the next year, so for that we will be helping you out that which will be the deadline of that particular university or college. We will be helping out after knowing your desired university preference and the desired country. So we will be helping you out in that. So if you can able to let us know that which program or which university you wanted to target for your higher education, will definitely help you in terms of your deadlines, your rated requirements, your important documents, and the other documents as well. If you have anything in your mind, you can visit our office, or you can contact us virtually also, be a part of advice education fair also, so we can help you out in any ways to you. one student have asked me this question that do IELTS score matter for the scholarship? In certain countries, scholarship maybe on the matter of on the basis of your IELTS, but in every country, if you talk about different countries, so scholarship will be entirely on the basis of your last percentage qualification. But in certain countries such as Australia also, and the universities are there who definitely look the students from their IELTS point of view too. So that depends from the country to country. But in nutshell, I can say you right now that no scholarship will be entirely on the basis of your percentage. How much will the tuition fees? So it will again on the basis of your on the that depends upon the country that which country you are taking. So because different country have the different admission fees. So So if you have more queries or more doubts, so you can visit our office or you can attend our virtual events too. Thank you so much. ओके मैम पोस्ट के लिए बताना था ये वाला हो गया एंड हो गया हाँ बस इसको समझ नहीं आ रहा कैसे पोस्ट करना है इसको तो कर सकते हैं post।